Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who last year said President Trump's attempt to send federal troops to her city to deal with protests and a crime wave would, quote, spell disaster, is now asking President Biden to do just that. After Chicago experienced more than 100 shootings of the Independence Day weekend, which included 13 children and 3 police officers, Mayor Lightfoot is now requesting additional resources from the president to deal with the gun violence. And she's not the only one sounding the alarm. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo issued what he is calling a first-in-the-nation gun violence disaster emergency and plans to address the issue as a public health crisis. That declaration will now allow the state to bolster law enforcement's presence in cities where the shootings are on the rise and put additional state resources in crime-ridden areas. But we've been here before, right? Circa 1994. There were many black people at the time who said, we need help. And Joe Biden, then a senator, was in Congress writing away on that 1994 crime bill, which was intended to direct firepower to those struggling cities. Instead, the federal government overreacted and produced a horrendous piece of legislation that damaged the very people, us, it was supposed to help. And that damage persists for decades. And now, sure enough, there are calls by Democrats to dredge up another crime bill. And maybe they've learned from their mistakes. But what I'm most worried about is that what we're seeing is another overreaction to gun violence, and that was focusing almost exclusively on punishment and not dealing with the trauma of poor people already beset with problems that were compounded by COVID, basically laying problems on top of problems. We're not dealing with that. Instead, we're saying we have to punish our way and arrest our way out of this problem and back into safety. And that, from my seat, from my perspective, is a recipe for disaster. Joining me now to discuss is Abrené Clayton, lead reporter for the Guardian's Guns and Lies in America project. Thank you so much for joining me, Abrené. I just see just some eerie similarities to this crime wave coming out of COVID to the crime wave that came out of crack. Do you see any similarities of the reaction to that crime?
Yeah, well, certainly. I mean, back in the 80s and 90s when people were deathly afraid of, what people called super predators, there was a lot of talk of, we need more police, we need officers on every corner, we need people surveilling neighborhoods, making arrests and doing these different things. And what we see today with COVID is really threatening to follow in those same footsteps. As soon as a lot of the shutdowns happen, you see gun violence continue to tick up, especially in the neighborhoods that have already been really hard hit. And those numbers have continued to increase during 2021. And on top of that, you had this summer of protests. You had kind of a resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement following the killing of George Floyd. And with that, these calls to defund police. And that compounded with this very reminiscent feeling of there being increased crime is leading to a lot of the same conversations, even from people who, last summer were saying we need to do something different with policing. We can't police our way out of a lot of the horrible things that happen in our communities. But there are a lot of differences today, and there are a lot more resources that I hope some of these, municipalities call upon, so we don't have the same level of destruction and continued destabilization that tough on crime era produced.
Yeah, so there's some people calling for a new crime bill. What do you think a crime bill today would even look like?
Yeah, well, I think first, there's a level of myth busting and debunking that needs to be done. When we say crime, what are we talking about? In a lot of these conversations, we're talking very specifically about gun violence and gun violence that happens in communities of color, low income places where there's a lot of Black and brown people. we're not necessarily talking about carjackings, rapes, robberies, and things of that nature, for which there are very different causes and solutions. So I think when we just say crime all around, it kind of stokes this level of fear, and with that, a very racist idea of who's committing crime. This kind of catch-all will really do us a disservice in the future. So if we're talking about reducing gun violence, reducing murders, keeping youth out of the streets, then that's tough to legislate. You know what I'm saying? That's something that is better helped with giving resources to folks. You're not necessarily going to write a bill that's going to, address peer-to-peer violence the same way you would that may, increase mandatory minimums for shoplifting or make sure that
Right.
carjackers have to pay a certain level of restitution. That's not really what we're talking about.
But although the 1994 crime bill, before it was stripped of all of the kind of better provisions, did try things like that. Only the people who were trying to put those things into the bill were demonized, and those programs were demonized. We heard endless conversations about midnight basketball, and it was so derisive. And although that was a brilliant idea, give people something to do in the hours when crime was at its height. Give them a way to literally exercise and get the energy out in a way that was focused and productive, and they're playing rather than committing a crime. But because it was associated with basketball, which was primarily a black sport, and with black people in black neighborhoods, and paying money to have them play, everybody said, no, 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 we won't do it, right? Or they demonized the people who wanted to do it. It can be done. We can direct funding to kind of diversionary tactics and also ameliorating tactics, like things that actually help the bottom line of households, that make there less despair in those neighborhoods and more services for people who are in distress in those neighborhoods. We can do this. That's just not how we think of crime bills, right?
Yeah.
Give us your take on the politics of all of this.
100%. I mean, I think it's really interesting what you said about the resistance and kind of outright refusal to do things like midnight basketball. I was not alive, during the 94 Prime Bill time. I was born in 1994, but I grew up with the peers who have dealt with the repercussions of that, who grew up with, by the time they were babies, their fathers were already incarcerated. Some of their fathers had been murdered when they were infants. So, growing up and seeing the ramifications of that, and then also growing up in a time where things like advanced peace, and there's a lot of neighborhood centers that will reach out directly to the people most affected by crime, and I got to see my peers really benefit from those things. So I think when we talk about the solutions and the things that work, there's just more evidence, that arresting our way out of things is not going to be a sustainable solution to deal with gun violence. And and I'm based in California, and there are a number of mayors and officials who, in the peace times, as violence interrupters call them, when there's not too much gun violence, will tout these programs and say, "Hey, look, we were able to bring gun violence down with this program, staffed by mostly formerly incarcerated people, that cost maybe $200,000 to run in a year, and has saved us $4 million in emergency costs and things of that nature." But I feel like there's been a serious shift lately where those same, even progressive officials are now wanting to go by this old playbook. It's a little bit safer in
Mm-hmm.
these times to say, let's bring police in because people are afraid.
Mm-hmm.
And still, so many
Right.
folks associate safety and stability with police officers.
Right.
So it's really a matter of like political courage to go after what we really
Mm-hmm.
know does work. And I think that's yet to be seen right now.
Abrené Clayton, thank you so much for your time tonight. Hopefully we'll have you back soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
More Prime after this break.